Today, we present The Cursed Puppet, a chilling tale that blurs the line between imagination and nightmare. Inspired by real accounts of haunted dolls like the infamous Annabelle or Robert the Doll, this story will make you question what's truly lifeless. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a spine-chilling tale. Let's begin. Part 1. The Quiet Suburb and the Mysterious Salem, the tranquil suburb of Willow Creek. 14-year-old Mira Kapoor lived a life as ordinary as the cul-de-sacs around her, with her curly black hair tied in a messy ponytail and a sketchbook always in hand. Mira was a dreamer, finding adventure in her pencil strokes rather than the local mall. Her family filled their cozy two-story home with warmth. Her mother, Priya, a strict but loving schoolteacher. Her father, Raj, a jovial accountant with a penchant for dad jokes. And her 19-year-old brother, Arjun, a college freshman who teased Mira relentlessly but always had her back. Yet, Mira harbored a secret love for the eerie, doodling ghosts and ghouls in the margins of her notes. One crisp October afternoon in 2025, the neighborhood buzzed with news. The Hawthorne Mansion, a looming relic abandoned after its wealthy owners vanished years ago, had been sold. To clear out its clutter, the new buyers hosted a sprawling garage sale. Antique chairs, yellowed books, and odd trinkets littered the lawn like relics of a forgotten era. Mira, her curiosity piqued, dragged Arjun along, her eyes gleaming with excitement, her voice brimming with enthusiasm. "Come on, Arjun. There's gotta be something cool for my art project. This stuff is like treasure from another century." Arjun grinning sarcastically. "Treasure? More like junk. Your room's already a creepy art gallery. Why do you need more weird stuff?" Narrator, as they sifted through the piles. Mira's gaze locked onto a small wooden puppet tucked in a dusty box labeled odds and ends. It was barely a foot tall, its glossy black eyes catching the sunlight in an almost unnatural glint. Its carved smile was too perfect, framed by a faded red vest and a tiny black hat tilted at an odd angle. Strings dangled limply from its limbs, like a marionette waiting for its master. Despite its age, Mira felt an inexplicable pull of warmth that made her heart flutter. She lifted it, feeling a faint vibration, like a pulse beneath the wood. The seller, an elderly woman with tired eyes and a trembling voice, noticed her interest. "Elderly woman," in a hushed, ominous tone, "that old thing came with the house. The last owners left it behind. $5, dear. But be careful. Puppets have a way of pulling string." Narrator, Mira begged, and Arjun, rolling his eyes, paid the price. On the walk home, Mira clutched the puppet, naming it Marion on a... She couldn't shake the feeling that its eyes followed her every step. Narrator, that night, Mira placed Marion on her desk, its strings neatly coiled. As she sketched it under the glow of her lamp for her art project, she swore the puppet's smile widened just a fraction. "Imagination," she muttered, brushing it off. But as the hours ticked by, strange things stirred. Her pencil rolled off the desk without reason. A gust fluttered her curtains, though the window was locked tight. In the silence, a faint creak echoed like wood shifting under invisible weight. Insight. The real terror of Annabelle haunted doll stories aren't just fiction, they're rooted in reality. Take Annabelle, a Raggedy Ann doll bought in 1974 a nursing student named Donna. At first, it seemed harmless, but soon it moved on, its own appearing in different rooms, leaving notes scrawled on parchment that read "Help us." Things turned sinister when Donna's friend Lou was scratched by unseen claws, blood welling up from nowhere. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren deemed it a vessel for a demonic entity, now locked in a blessed glass case at their occult museum. Annabelle still unsettles visitors. Some claim misfortune follows just from staring too long. Like Marion, Annabelle started innocently, but revealed a darker. Psychologists point to the uncanny valley to explain our fear, when something looks human but feels. Yet, real cases like Annabelle suggest something far more sinister. Could a spirit truly inhabit a doll? Part 2. Whispers in the Wood. The next morning, Mira woke to find her sketchbook open to a new page, one she didn't recall. Crude lines depicted Marion standing upright, strings taut as if pulled by an unseen. Shaking it off as sleep doodling, she headed to school, but unease gnawed at her. That evening, while doing homework, a heavy glass paperweight teetered and crashed to the floor, shards flying inches from her bare feet. Mira yelped, her heart pounding. Meera, whispering, shaken, "What the heck?" That was on the other side of the desk. Narrator. She glanced at Marion, whose black eyes seemed to glint with mockery. Over dinner, she mentioned it casually, hoping for reassurance. Brya, concerned, motherly. Mira, Beta, you're probably just tired. That old mansion has a creepy vibe. Don't let it get to you. Raj, chuckling, dismissive. Or it's Arjun pranking you again. Remember the fake spider last Halloween? Narrator. Arjun swore he was innocent, but the incidents escalated. A chandelier bulb in the dining room exploded without warning, showering glass like jagged confetti. Books tumbled from the living room shelves, one nearly striking Mira's head. The kitchen window cracked overnight in a spiderweb pattern, though nothing had hit it. Mira began noticing Marion's changes. Its carved smile sharpened. Its eyes seemed to track her movements. One night, alone in her room, she heard a whisper like strings plucked in a haunting melody. Mira voice trembling. "Who's there?" "Arjun, if that's you, it's not funny." Narrator. Silence answered, but Marion's tiny hat tilted ever so slightly, as if nodding. In sight, Robert the Doll's eternal watch. Mira's dread mirrors the real-life terror of Robert the Doll, a Stroft figure from 1904 in Key West, Florida. Given to young Robert Eugene, Otto, possibly cursed by a vengeful maid. The doll became his shadow. Neighbors swore it moved in windows, and Otto blamed it for overturned furniture and broken toys. After his death, Robert resides in the Fort East Martello Museum, where visitors report accidents or illnesses if they mock him. You must ask permission to photograph him, or faces. Paranormal researchers say dolls like Robert absorb negative energy, becoming conduits for spirits. In folklore, puppets symbolize control, and losing it terrifies us. Part 3. Family fractures and forbidden tales. The disturbances began to fracture the Kapoor family. Arguments flared. Priya snapped at Raj over burnt toast. Arjun retreated to his room, headphones on. Mira confided in Arjun one stormy night, rain lashing the windows. Meera. Tearful, desperate. "It's the puppet Arjun. Every time I look away, something happens. Its smile, it's getting bigger, I swear." Arjun skeptical, but uneasy. "You're freaking me out, sis." "Fine, I'll keep it in my room tonight. If nothing happens, it's all." Narrator. That night, a thunderous crash. Mira bolted to Arjun's room, finding him sprawled on the floor, ankle twisted. Books from a collapsed shelf scattered around. Marion lay amid the chaos, strings tangled as if flung. Arjun groaning, shaken. It had moved. Mira. The shelf just gave way. Narrator. Their parents blamed faulty shelves and clumsy teens, but Mira knew better. Desperate for answers, she returned to the Hawthorne mansion, now deserted, save for a grizzled groundskeeper, raking leaves under a gray sky. Gravelly, pausing his rake. "That puppet. The old family brought it from Eastern Europe, an antique from a puppeteer's troupe. Legend says the puppeteer was betrayed by his partner, cursing his creations before he died. Soon after, the family fell apart. Sickness, bankruptcy, endless fights. They went mad, hearing laughter from the shadows. Left it behind." Narrator. Mira's blood ran cold. The groundskeeper leaned closer, his voice a whisper. "Groundskeeper, burn it, girl, or it'll pull your strings forever." In sight, the cries of Joliet and other cursed heirlooms. The groundskeeper's warning echoes real curses. Like Joliet, a doll passed through a family for generations. Each woman who owns it births a son, who dies at 3 days old, with cries heard from the doll at night believed to house those lost souls. Or Patty Reed's doll, a survivor of the Donner Party's cannibalistic horrors, its blank stare holding untold trauma. These stories reflect generational pain. Psychologists call it object attachment, where items symbolize unresolved grief, but paranormally, they're vessels for something darker, tying owners to curses across time. Part 4. Flames of Defiance. Mira convinced Arjun to destroy Marion. In their backyard, under a full moon, they built a bonfire, the flames casting eerie shadows. Mira tossed Marion in, its eyes reflecting the fire unblinkingly. Mira determined, voice steady. "This ends now, narrator." The fire roared unnaturally high, a piercing wail, cutting through the night as Marion charred. Relief washed over them. But T.